I'm here with His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Nasser Mubarak Saeed Al Ababi, the Director General for the UAE Space Agency. Your Excellency, can you please give us an overview of the UAE space program's successes so far and your vision of the future?
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and I would like to take this opportunity and highlight the UAE space program, focusing on the future of our space program. As you might know, UAE has been invested in space heavily in the last 20 years or so, because our leadership and our government has identified space as part of our current and future. We understand that space brings great benefits when it comes to scientific and strategic and economic and social. We also fully understand that space is a tool for aspiration and also a platform for innovation and model for cooperation. Our space program started in the late 70s. Then the first project actually was established, Thuraya company was established in the late 1990s. Today, we have 3 operators that own and operate satellites, Yasat Satellite Communication Company, Mohammed bin Rashid Space Research Center, and also Thuraya. We have 10 satellites that today in orbit, 7 satellites in project, 4 research centers associated with the national local universities are doing space research in science and technology. Recently, 3 universities in UAE providing space education, around 5 space degrees in different space field is provided, where it makes UAE as a hub, regional hub for space education. And we have proudly have Arab space who are studying in UAE about space. UAE has been invested around $6 billion in all space activities. And as you might know, that UAE Space Agency was the first space agency established in the region in 2014, mandated by the government to regulate and facilitate and coordinate all space activities. Since our establishment, we managed to provide, the sector with the regulatory framework, support, and also fund. When it comes to regulatory, we have issued the National Space Policy in 2016 and National Space Strategy in 2019, which kind of roadmap for the next 10 years. And more importantly, the space law, which was issued in late 2019, and it's actually updated space law that forward-looking. We have around 50 companies that are operating from UAE in different space activities, around 3,000 people who are working in the sector, and also the space agency, as I mentioned, is a federal entity that look to facilitate and integrate the space sector. When it comes to regulatory, we also, when it comes to international cooperation, we are active in that area. We have managed to sign and engage with more than 30 space agencies around the world. We signed many space cooperation agreements, MOUs. Number of them are activated with the projects. And also we try to utilize our space cooperation to facilitate knowledge and technology transfer to the company. We are also active in international space organizations, try to represent our space programs, and also try to be an active member in the space community. Not only just in the international level, but also regional level. United Arab Emirates, and through its visionary leadership, wants to improve the region through science and technology. An initiative established in 2016 where UAE wants to promote space programs and space activities in the Arab world. We as a space agency were mandated by the government to establish what we call Arab Space Cooperation Coordination Group, an initiative that brings the Arab space agencies and entities together to work on space projects and also to make coordination and integration. We managed to bring around 14 space agency and space entities from 14 Arab countries together under this Arab Space Cooperation Group. We have activated a number of initiatives. One of them actually is the Arab satellites, which was called 813. It's a satellite from UAE towards the region. One is to provide opportunity for Arab space scientists and engineers to participate, but also to provide services later on for the region. Another initiative was the Arab Space Bioneer, which is UAE leadership wants to open the doors, especially in our space research centers, our universities, to bring a number of the best minds in the Arab world to study and to practice space activities. This initiative was announced in last July, and we are a space agency. We were mandated to manage this initiative. As you might know, we have the Mars mission, which was launched in 2020 in July in spite of COVID-19 impact, but through the determination of the team led by MBRC, the Hope probe was transferred to Japan and launched from there on July, and now in its way to Mars. In early 2020, in February, it will arrive to Mars, then start collecting data, and that data will be shared with the international space community. The astronaut program, Hazza al-Mansouri went to as first Emirati to the International Space Station, and also his colleague Sultan al-Niadi was trained. Now they have engaged in long-term training, and the second batch of the UAE astronauts under selection. Other than that, we are active in space education as well. We try to promote space and try to use space as a tool to inspire young people and to bring more students to the STEM education. When it comes to space economy, we also focus now on how to promote space economy, how to contribute to our national space knowledge-based economy, and number of initiatives underway. In fact, we have issued the National Space Promotion Investment Strategy in 2019, and now we are working with a number of entities around the country to facilitate and also to activate space investment. Not only in UAE, but also we engage with international companies, try to bring them, because we believe that we have the best environment for space investment in the country when it comes to regulation, when it comes to the ecosystem.
Thank you very much for all your support.
And this is the focus for.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.